Hi, my name is Jay Allen. I'm a developer with IBM JStart and IBM. Today I want to take you through the development and deployment of a very simple Node application on IBM BlueMix. So the first thing we're going to do is start at our GitHub page, ibmjstart.github.io, and go to the GitHub page for the Node MySQL upload application. And on this page, you get the information to clone it, which I've already done on my laptop. So the application is very simple. It's not made of very many files. Let's just take a quick look at a couple of the files. The application logic itself, which is pretty much all encapsulated in app.js, and the manifest.yaml file, which sets up how to deploy the application into BlueMix. So this is a fairly standard Node application, and it illustrates nicely the unique pieces that you need to connect into IBM BlueMix. And right here we see that in the VCAP services object. This is a JSON object that you get back when you bind to a service in IBM BlueMix. And what you see are the typical credentials you would get for any MySQL database: a database name, the host name, the port name, your user ID, and your password. Well, these are things that you would have in your code, to run on localhost or whatever. But in this case, we're connecting to BlueMix and we're getting the database information from it, so that this is the one unique piece of code you need. Everything else is the same as if you were running locally. Let's take a quick look at the key pieces of the application. We have 3 routes: a context root, a post to /upload, and a delete on /delete. All 3 routes use index.html as the view, and the post and the delete are connecting into the database and adding posts line by line of the file into the database and deleting everything from the database. So let's take a look at the manifest.yaml file. And this file connects the application in IBM BlueMix. It has the unique pieces of information BlueMix needs to deploy and run your application: the name of the application, the amount of memory you want to use, the number of instances, the host name, the domain name, which together make the URL to your application, command to start the application, and the information for the bound service. So now let's go back to our command line, show that we've targeted BlueMix. And I've already targeted and logged in. I've targeted api.ng.bluemix.net and logged in with my user ID and password. Now let's push the application using the information contained in the YAML file. So what's happening here is all the bits in the application are being uploaded to IBM BlueMix. And what's neat here is what you're not having to do. You're not having to go off and get your own VM. You're not having to install Node or MySQL or patch them or patch the OS. Everything is being done for you. Even the Node modules that you need are being installed into the application in BlueMix. So as this is uploading, let's go to the BlueMix UI and take a look at our application and services catalog. So my dashboard, I have quite a few applications and services. Now the Node MySQL upload application is not quite finished yet, so let's refresh. And there it is. Now it's in my palette of applications. Let's take a look at it. We can see it's bound to this MySQL database. Let's go to the URL quickly. Show that it works. Let's choose a file, just a license file from the application itself. Let's upload it. Being parsed out line by line, and each line is being inserted into the database. Now let's delete from the database. Now it's gone. Let's take another look at the application itself. Let's take a look at the runtime and what we can do there. I can increase the number of instances of my application, increase the memory, look at the total memory I have across all applications, and take a look at the details for all of my instances. You can see this is a very slim application, doesn't take a lot of CPU, doesn't use much memory. In fact, I probably could have used half the memory I did, and not much disk space either. You can also look at the files and the logs from my application. So if I want to do some debugging, I can do that in the BlueMix UI. And also to make sure that everything was installed correctly. So let's say the application has run its course. I've spent a week, it's run for a week or two. Now I just want to get rid of it. Delete the application. Confirm that I want to delete my bound services and routes. Now the application is gone. We can see that it's the URL it's no longer running on the BlueMix site. And that is it. That is how you deploy, run, and delete an application on IBM BlueMix.